What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? JamiroFan2000 here with another episode of the Jamiroquai Minute. All the latest Jamiroquai news. It looks like Jamiroquai's own Rob Harris. Well, he was just recently a special guest over on the At Home with Mark podcast. So let's get into more news about that.
Hi, I'm Derek Leeds from Jamiroquai, and I'm here with my good friend JamiroFan2000, and you're watching the Jamiroquai Minute here live from the UK, England.
In new Jamiroquai band member interview on Podcast News, I had to record a Jamiroquai Minute to note that several band members of Jamiroquai over the last few years have been guests on some various podcasts, mostly of a musician and musician tutorial sense, but it appears that Jamiroquai's guitarist, of course I'm talking about Rob Harris, who has a very popular podcast on YouTube called Funkin' Junk with Rob Harris. Well, he was just recently a special guest over at the At Home with Mark podcast, and this episode was of season 8 of episode 20 of this podcast, where he had Rob Harris of Jamiroquai on there, and they had a great conversation. So if you'd like to check out that podcast episode with Jamiroquai's own Rob Harris on the At Home with Mark podcast, is currently available over at the At Home with Mark podcast official YouTube channel. So if you'd like to check that out in your own, I'll be sure. If you'd like to check that out on your own, I should say, I'll be sure to put a link to that podcast episode with Rob Harris down below in the description area of this episode of the Jamiroquai Minute down below. So be sure to check that out in your own time. And as always, this is JamiroFan2000. I'll see you really soon with another Jamiroquai Minute. Bye bye, everybody, and take care.